Hey, this is Vu, and today I'm going to be doing a demo review for the player Spidey. He's going to be in the MG2 rank in the Oceanic region, and if that's not what OCE stands for, then I have no idea what it stands for. And generally what I'm going to try and do from now on in my demo reviews is I'm going to focus on 3 to 5 rounds and focus on a specific problem this player has. Now, if I get some higher level demos, I will definitely consider doing full demo reviews. However, especially for lower level demos, I find that players tend to repeat the same mistake over and over and over and over again, and so really reviewing more than a few rounds is just kind of a waste of time. So heading into this one for Justice Spidey, and he does one of the most common mistakes I see at lower levels, and I know you've seen me say this a million times if you've watched this channel for a while. The most common movement mistake, the most common nade mistake, and I don't mean these to be like hyperboles, but really there are so many mistakes that happen over and over and over, and they're at the same kind of level in that they lose you games if you don't stop doing it, and so many people do it. So this one specifically, you can call it movement, you can call it crosshair placement, you can call it awareness. It's all a little bit of both, but what it really is trying to take the whole map at the same time. Like, hey Spidey, how do you eat your Kit Kats? I eat the whole thing at once, all at once, all of it. So what's he gonna do? Jump out middle. Look how many angles he's exposed to here. He's exposed to here. Okay, he's exposed to someone peeking around the back of this smoke, which you might think isn't necessarily common, but it's gonna happen because if someone tries to get sandbags, then get smoked off, they're gonna back up, they're gonna go somewhere. Exposed to here, exposed to someone trying to jump in vents or back up along here. He's exposed to quite a few angles. And coming out mid like this with very little flash coverage, with no teammate around to trade, against an eco nonetheless. Like, this is another concept. You can't be going this aggressive against an eco. And you might see professional players kind of mislead you by doing something like this, and you go, oh my god, it looks so cool when Hiko or Shroud did it. They jumped out middle, they got a sick kill, it looks so crazy, I want to do something like that. But you're gonna notice these good players, they don't do this over and over and over and over like this Justice Spidey player does. They do it once in a while when they have a read or they have a reason to believe this is going to be a good idea. They don't just do it over and over and over and over again, because that's what happens when you play a style that really is not consistent. You cannot consistently win when you play a style like this. You open yourself up to too many angles, and eventually you're gonna get punished by it, and you're gonna get punished by it more often than it works out for you. The odds are against you. So this round, we've seen him jump out middle, you know, on his own, no support, into a million different angles. This round, the same thing, but even worse actually, because what he does this round is, instead of actually clearing a single angle, he does what I mentioned in my, actually probably my most famous video at this point, my most common movement mistake video. He comes around the corner holding W. He does not check to clear a single angle. He just holds W as he comes around the corner, which means anyone in any position he could possibly be looking at would have an advantage on him. Then he's going to jump into vents, going to come over here, and he clears B a little bit better, but really not perfectly. And I mean, there's no perfect way to clear B, but what you want to be doing when you clear these angles is you want to be clearing each one by one, as if you knew a player was going to be there. And so that way, when a player is there, you get that free kill, you get the drop on them. It doesn't seem like that big a deal maybe, but that's like, you know, at least a tenth of a second reaction time between I'm kind of just a little bit clearing the angle, and I think someone's going to be there. I need to clear this angle perfectly, picture perfect, you know, as if I knew someone was there. That's the difference between getting a kill and dying in a game like CS, and you absolutely cannot let yourself get in the habit of clearing angles poorly, or things are just gonna go wrong for you. And I'll show you one more round where the exact same thing is going to happen here. So here we go. What's he gonna do this round? So round number 1, he jumped out mid, got a kill, got into vents. Round number 2, he got nothing, actually. He got vents control. Round number 3, he's going to run out. And again, he's going to get rewarded for this. And so this is the type of thing, especially at low levels. You have these players that are constantly caught out of position. They're constantly without teammate support. They're constantly with their nade out in the middle of the open. And so you get rewarded for this kind of play once in a while. And by once in a while, I don't mean, you know, like, well, he just had 3 rounds where this worked out. I mean, like, some games this will work, some games this will get demolished. But even in games where this works, it won't work consistently. And to get to higher levels, you need to get rid of problems like this. Otherwise, you're just going to get dumpstered as you play better and better players. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.